This is a hang on, sorry. We need to put the folder in there. This is a 1966 Austin Mini Moke, and I'm about to go over all the features of this car and show you what an amazing vehicle this is. So come on over here and let's take a look at some of the cool things about this. So I personally love Mini Mokes. I've owned about a dozen of them over the years, and this has to be one of my favorites. And I've had a lot of favorites, but this one here is really special because it has a turbocharger. I mean, oh my gosh, look how cool that is. This is a turbocharged Moke, and oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna take you guys for a ride so you can see what it's really like, and it's insane. So, but before we do, come on around here. I wanna show you some of the improvements we've made, and over the years of owning Mini Mokes and driving lots of many Mokes, you find certain things that are a must do, and one of them is disc brakes. So really important is to put the Cooper S 7.5 disc brakes on. I know it's a lightweight car and drums work fine, but not for me. In modern day traffic in the USA, when you're on, now believe it or not, this does do 70, 75 miles an hour on the freeway. And I want to be able to stop. So Cooper S disc brakes, even on a Moke, a must-have. If you look here, you'll also see that we've got adjustable tie rods and adjustable lower control arms. Now this allows us to adjust the camber. This allows us to adjust the caster. Excuse me, the lower arm is for the camber, the tie rod is for the caster. So we have the suspension completely dialed in this car. We are using some G-Max gas shocks on here, and with the adjustable camber, caster, and toe, we can get this thing absolutely dialed. So this Moke handles like a dream, even on the freeway, in the ruts that the big trucks make that most cars get pulled around in. One finger on the steering wheel, it's a joy. So come on back here and let's take a look at some more. This Moke is finished in the Old English white. Now most of them were spruce green. This one is, they're so rare. Left-hand drive, North American Old English white Moke, rare as hen's teeth. I mean, like I said, most of them were spruce green. To find one left-hand drive in the Old English white is rare. Personal favorite of mine, I do love the white Mokes. So come on back here and you'll see what we've done here. More gas shocks on the rear, super fin alloy Cooper S drums to match the width with the built-in spacer of the front Cooper S disc brakes. So the wheels are the same distance apart, front and rear. So that's really important. You can see here it has the original Dunlop rubber suspension cones and the standard trumpets. At the rear of the car, we've got a genuine Cooper S powder-coated Old English white wheel, which is the matching to all the rest of the wheels, of course, with the genuine factory Moke bumpers and the factory original little rubber plugs in both of the bumpers, front and rear. This is some real Moke geeky stuff I'm talking about because I'm a Moke nut, and this is the real Moke stuff. So there's an Easter egg here. I'll leave that for the new owner. As you can see here, look at the red uppers and lowers in the glass tail light, brake lights, and turn signals with the factory correct little reflectors. This is Mark I English Moke stuff that you only get on the Mark I English Moke. Of course, the grab handles, very important. You need these handles. And they only supplied them for the rear passengers and the front passenger. The driver, I guess the grab handle is the steering wheel. So there you go, right? So of course you got the super fin drums on both sides, of course, and we've replaced everything on this car, and it's fresh paint. This is not the original paint, but it was originally Old English white, but this is fresh, original Old English white with the black seat squabs and these are brand new, and the brand new black top. Originally the Old English white Mokes came with the green top and the green squabs, but I like the black and white theme that we've got going on here. I think it's just gorgeous. Again, aficionado type Moke things. We covered the rear cargo area in a deep plush carpet so that, you know, it's just metal back there, and when you put your stuff back there, it's nice to have something that it can sit on without, you know, slamming around or scratching the paint. And anyway, it's a nice compartment to put your things. Another real geeky Moke thing is these upper little rubber buffers, shock tower covers that go over the nuts. And these are the real Moke little rubber buffers that came only on the Mokes, and I obsess about the little details. We'll open up the side compartments where you can see this is the battery access cover. I put a quick disconnect on there and a quick charger plug, so when you park your Moke in the winter, you can, you know, plug it in. Unless you're crazy enough to drive it all winter, go ahead. Come on around here and you'll see that we put little Union jacks on both sides for the, just to give it that British flair. Original, genuine Moke mirrors. And we also have, of course, the, look at this. These are magnetic Bluetooth speakers that I learned from golf buddies and golf friends. Now, I'm not a golfer, but I did discover the Bluetooth because I can just stick my phone on that magnet over there, and now we have a killer stereo. But here's what's really cool. You can take both of these stereo speakers, and let's say you go out and you're having a picnic and you're doing your cars and coffee, you can put the speakers right on the front of the Moke and you've got stereo coming right at you. You don't have to be in the car. They go anywhere you want to put them, and the whole car is metal, and you can put these little magnets anywhere you go. Pretty cool. I know you guys are going, I'm going to do that. So anyway, that's a freebie. I gave you that one. All right, come on around here and let's talk about the candy. What is the candy in this thing? This is it. So this is a numbers matching. I want you to see this tag here. This is the original tag for the 850 motor in here. You see this strange little FA stamp? That's original, and it looks like an afterthought. Well, it must have been in the factory, but that's what's on the heritage certificate, that little FA stamp, and that's kind of cool. This is a real numbers matching, genuine, authentic. Come on over here, and we'll look at the VIN plate. AABIL 845400. Now, a lot of Moke nuts want to know that number, because there was so few produced. It's like, well, what number is yours? Where are you in line? So all my Moke buddies are like, what's your number? What's your number? Well, for all you Moke nuts out there, this is 845400. That's this number. So you got the engine tag, you got the VIN plate there, and you've got a bone stock, rebuilt, new pistons, main bearings, rod bearings, new valve guide seals, completely rebuilt 850 motor on a rebuilt 4-speed 3-synchro gearbox. Now, it is a 3-synchro 4-speed, which means you have to come to a stop to put it in first gear, okay? That's why they call them crash boxes or crunch boxes, because if you go to put it in first while you're rolling, you're going to crunch them out. Now, I went to Catalina Island, and all 50 of those Catalina Mokes had first gear locked out. So you had to take off in second in those Catalina rental Mokes because of the first gear synchro, right? Well, let's talk about this. This is the Jet Motors Turbo Kit, and this little 850 motor made 24 horsepower at the wheels on our dyno here at our shop on a really hot day, and we changed nothing about the motor. All right, we left it bone stock, and all we did was add our turbo kit to it, and it made 49.9 horsepower. Then we added the 1.5 roller rockers, and it's making even more power. Now, we haven't had it on the dyno again, but I guess it's in the 50s, and the torque is up around 50 also. This is a really capable, competent power unit in this wonderful little Moke. It has an electronic ignition. It has a billet alloy filter head for the oil. It has an alternator instead of a generator. It has our upper engine stabilizer. Now, the Moke, because it has what's called a magic wand shifter in it, you really need to stabilize the motor because it will rock. So it has one of our Heim jointed, rose jointed upper engine stabilizers that keeps it from moving. Another Moke thing, especially if you've ever owned one, and that magic wand shifter, you'll know what I'm talking about. This turbo is absolutely beautiful. It makes the most beautiful noises, and this engine compartment is gorgeous. Everything's brand new on this thing. The clutch master cylinder, the brake master cylinder, stainless steel braided brake lines to all four corners. Now I love Mokes, and I really put my heart and soul in this to make sure that it was a perfect turnkey Moke. So it even has one of our really cool bad boy air horns. That is wonderful. I love that air horn. Come over here and look at this genuine Motolita steering wheel. That is not an aftermarket or Chinese steering wheel. That is the real deal. That is a real Motolita. And I used the polished steering wheel hub for the Mark 1s. And as you can see here, it actually cancels. Isn't that nice? I made sure everything works. This is a turnkey, perfect, restored, beautiful Moke. If you come over here, I'm going to show you some of the paperwork, and let's look at this. So what do we have here? This is the beautiful binder that you get from the British Motor Industry Heritage Trust, and this binder has in it the actual British Motor Heritage certificate. So this certificate says this is an Austin Mini Moke. Here's the VIN number, B1L 845400. All right, there's the motor number, and you see they put the FA in the middle, and as you saw on the tag, the FA is down here in the lower right after the 274. This is body number 3386, left-hand drive, North American export basic. And when they say basic, they mean basic. I'm going to pull this back up, but what do they mean when they say basic? When you ordered a Moke from the factory, you got a driver's seat, and that's it. You didn't get a passenger seat, you didn't get rear seats, you didn't get a heater, you didn't even get a wiper. You had to ask for it, or the dealer ordered it. The dealer would say, well, we need a passenger seat, check the box. We want rear seats, check the box. And these metal seats are incredibly rare and expensive and hard to come by. The top bows are super rare, hard to come by. Moke people are looking for this stuff. They want this stuff. They're looking for the bonnets. That's the hard to get parts, really hard to get parts. I want you to see something about this seat. Now, again, owning lots and lots of mini Mokes, you can see here, this driver's seat is different than the passenger seat or even the rear seats. They're all identical, except what I did to this driver's seat was I chopped and channeled 2 inches out of it to lower it, and then I chopped and channeled 2 inches out of it to move it back. So it's been lowered and it's been moved back and raked just a little bit because, look at this, if you don't do that, these can be incredibly uncomfortable. Now, I'm 6 foot. Now look at this. It's comfortable. Without doing that, you're kind of like this, and it's really awful. It's terrible. So just those 2 inches make all the difference in the world. Also, what I did here was, on the Magic Wand shifter, I put this shift extension with the angle on it because you have to lean forward so badly to try and shift it and move it around to all the different gears. Well, with that little extension and a good knob, something that you can really grasp, it really makes shifting the car a breeze. Again, more comfort. Look at this, something that no Moke came with. Oh, drink holders, actual cup holders. There's only 2. They do work, nothing big. Coffee or soda, that's about it. And then look at here, you get a free box. So a little tray to put your things in. Come on around here and I'm going to show you something really important. This is what we call the Jet Mastered Remastered. So this is serial number 0001. This is an actual VIN plate for all of our Jet Mastered or Jet Motors Remastered cars. This is a certificate signed by me with the actual VIN plate. So you're getting serial number 1. Number 1. Okay, so take a look here. Here's where we left off. North American Export Basic. All right, so you didn't get a heater, you didn't get seats, you didn't get wipers, you didn't get anything. So this car, you do get all 4 seats. You get the top, you get the bows, you get the horn. Ooh. It was built the 3rd of February 1966. It was dispatched on the 25th of February 1966. It was dispatched to Baltimore, Maryland Invoice number, release number, I don't even know what that means. Low compression engine, less heater. Well, of course. Built to USA specifications. Do you know how many mini Mokes they brought into the United States? Very few. Now you take a look at this. Look, so here's some of the literature that you get in your heritage. What does it say there? Wait a minute. Hey, oh, it's not my phone. It says concourse or something. Anyway, some beautiful ladies with a Moke on the beach. The Mini Moke sales brochures. These are the original sales brochures. Look at this. Fantastic economy, front wheel pulling power, superb road holding, sheer reliability, engineered for tough take anything usage, super safe handling, sure-footed as a cat wherever you take it. This is great stuff. Oh, some specifications and more specifications. So this all goes in your folder. This is a beautiful folder. It does, oh, here, look. I'm going to include the receipts on all the stuff we did to this thing. It's extensive. There's a lot to go over here. It comes with an Ohio state title, 1967, and then all the Ohio stuff in here. So anyway, let's go. You know what, you guys? I think we're ready to put the wheels and tires back on and take you around the block. What do you say? You want to go for a ride in this thing? Let's do it. Okay, here we go for a ride in a 1966. Well, it was dispatched in 1966 and sold in 1967. So it has a 1967 title, but you know that it was built in 66. Look at this. Isn't that cool? So you can put your phone on there and Bluetooth to your stereo system in your Moke, and then put your drink in, right? All right. So what we have here is our oil pressure light, and we have our ignition light. And that ignition light is telling us that that's the charging system. So if the red light comes on while the engine's on, when you're not charging. If the light goes off, it's charging. Oil pressure light goes off, it's charging. So I'm pulling the choke, and I give it a little twist, and no, it's cold. I haven't started it today. So I pushed it out here to get some video and film of it. So there you go, you see? I put the choke in too soon. There we go. Oh, that's nice. So we're just gonna let it build up some heat. Here, I'll put my phone in my pocket so it doesn't distract me. All right. I love having the top up in the Moke. Now, my friends that also own Mokes prefer the top down. Well, the top does go down easy. We'll show you in another video of how easy the top goes up and down. And you can choose which way you'd like to go. But it's nice that you have the option of both. We've got our boost gauge here. That is the turbocharger boost. This is normally around 10, 11, 12 PSI, but if you stay into it, it will go to 15. This is a nice, oh, look at this. You guys know what this is? This is the gas cap. Look at the size of the opening for the gas cap. You can put your whole hand in there. All right, let's go for a ride. We need some more heat. Here, I'm going to turn the headlights on. And here's your high beam switch. It's the old foot knob. And you've got a little blue jewel down here that says HB for high beam. Turn high beams off. I can see really well behind me with these mirrors. The seating position is wonderful. The shifting is easy and precise. With your fingertips, watch this. Easy. This is the easiest car in the world to drive. I like taking it to ice cream, the store, the coffee shop, and car shows. This is an absolute magnet at the car shows. It's unbelievable what people do to come see what is a mini Moke. I've heard about them. I've never seen one in person. Now, I believe that we are the third owner. I was told that by the people we bought it from in Ohio. And, you know, Mokes don't change hands very often. And if you talk to any previous Moke owners, you'll understand why, because Mokes don't change hands very often. They're very rare, they're very sought after, and once you drive and have one and own one, you'll understand why. Let's listen to this turbo. Remember, this is just an 850, and wow! Holy mackerel, that was 50. We just went 50 miles an hour in third gear, and this thing is impressive. The brakes, outstanding. Look at this alignment. The brakes are so confidence-inspiring. The handling is confidence-inspiring. The torque, the horsepower, the acceleration. You don't have to drive like a maniac. You can just putt around, and it's happy to do so. We're cruising at 40. Now, when you get on the freeway and you're doing 65, 70, this top really starts a-flapping, the windshield's flapping, and I've had my other Moke up to 100, and I'm telling you, I didn't want to stay there very long because it's like a brick. These are not aerodynamic. I would suggest putting the top down if you want to go fast. But at 55, 60 miles an hour, it's fine. It's like this. Once you start getting over 65, 70, things start a-wiggling and a-flapping, and it's crazy. But you don't have to do that. This is a runabout Moke. You can have a lot of fun just doing what they were designed to do, and that's cruising. Unless you want to throw a couple of your friends in here and maybe scare them a little, if you felt like it. So we have front and rear tie downs on this, so it's easy to transport should you choose to put it on a trailer. Or if you brought your own trailer, or you can drive it home if you want. Now you can see here, I'm going slowly into first gear. It would have crunched if I was rolling, but you can cruise around in second all day long. It's got a really tall final, so I think it's probably a 3.44, maybe it's a 3.9. I don't know, I'll have to look at the spec sheet. I don't know what a stock 850 is. It's in there. I guess we could put it in the captions below. Here we are going uphill from 1,000 RPM, and I'm just leaning into the throttle a little bit, waiting for this car to get out of the way. Everybody waves at a Moke. If you don't like attention, you are looking at the wrong vehicle, because wherever you go in this thing, people will smile and wave and talk to you, and well, there's nothing better. You can have a bad day and get in this thing, and that bad day is not going to last long, because all of a sudden you're smiling, and it's just wonderful, and that's what these things are designed to do. So what a wonderful little car. I love it. Okay. We will see you on the next one.